Hey everybody, welcome back. Just a quick discussion on family and friends.
Friends and family.
And should you prep for them?
Yeah.
Because everybody's got people in their circle, and there is a variety of circles, and you know, the closest you are to the center of the circle, the more important those people are. But just because they're important to you doesn't mean they get it. Doesn't mean they understand about prepping. It doesn't mean that they're in on it. They don't think you're crazy, that they will cooperate in any way. Everybody's got those people in their family. Sometimes it's a spouse, and the spouse thinks that they're nuts for having such a full pantry or for buying that extra firearm, so on and so forth. And a lot of times what people end up doing is because they figure, okay, I really care about these people. And I can understand if it's like the wife and kids, husband and kids, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're gonna be with you anyways. But taking a step outside of that, do I need to prep for my parents? Do I need to prep for my brother or sister, nieces and nephews, aunts and uncles? Do I need to prep for my next door neighbor who I've talked to about prepping for 2 years and he thinks I'm wearing a tinfoil hat and I'm out of my mind? And doing this out of a sense of obligation, possibly a false sense of obligation, because you feel like odds are when things get bad, when shit hits the fan, they're gonna show up on my doorstep, because as much as they told me I was crazy, they're gonna come here because they know I was ready. So should you prepare provisions for those individuals if and when they show up? And it's an important thing to really consider, because first of all, is it a false sense of obligation, or are these people really important to you? Important enough that if they show up destitute on your doorstep, scratching, please let me in, you were right, I'm so sorry, do you want to accommodate them? Or is it going to be like, you know what, I didn't know this guy that well in the first place, so long Jimmy, and turn them out? Would you have the fortitude, or as Mick Foley used to say, the testicular fortitude, to tell them to push off? Hey, I ain't got nothing for you. I gave up on prepping because you told me I was crazy. Now look at me, get lost. Slam. Or whatever you got to say to get them to move on. Do you have what it takes to push them off? Are you going to prepare for your friends slash neighbors slash relatives who may turn up in time of need? And I can't tell you what to or not to do, because that's on an individual basis. You have to decide for yourself how important your core is, your core family unit. As I said, there's a variety of circles. I did a video on it a long time ago, talking about the inner versus outer ring circles of people. You know, how important is that core versus anyone else who might show up, and how much might they disrupt it, and how much of that can you prepare for? Because not only are they going to drain resources, even if you prepare for them, but these are people that never had that mindset in the first place. And even if they decide you were right, I'm going to go and beg for their help, and you were ready for them, are you ready for their attitude? Are you ready for that doom and gloom attitude, or that shiftlessness that you might have to deal with? Are you prepared to have to deal with someone who they don't understand that it's a closed community at this point, that you can't just help willy-nilly anybody? Or are they going to be going up to the neighbors and be like, oh yeah, we got tons of food at my brother Eric's house, come on over, I'll hook you up? And then the next thing you know, there's 500 people at your doorstep, and then what are you going to do? Because people that do not have that mindset can undermine you very quickly, or try to usurp your authority, or just be a complete drain on your resources, be a parasite to the foundation of what it is that you're trying to preserve and protect, which is yourself and your immediate family. There's a lot to consider there.
Yeah, I don't agree for two reasons. One, let's say you say, okay, I'm gonna prep for my brother and his family, his wife and 3 kids, and then they come over, and now they're entitled. Now they eat up all of the food, like you can go to Kroger, and they run the water, and while they're brushing their teeth, they take these long showers, not getting that we are on a strict, tight limit here of food.
Or don't finish a meal.
Yeah.
A lot of people have a bad habit of just throwing away food when they, I don't like this. Or
yeah. And then you're trying to feed them because you prepped and you got, even if you bought the meal kits or you got beans or you got whatever. I don't like this. Why can't we get a cheeseburger? Blah, blah, blah. And they want to just eat like everything is okay.
Yeah.
Or 2, let's say it's a 3-month, 6-month thing. You prepared for them, you got through it. Are they going to prepare themselves now? Or are they going to say, oh, we don't have to worry about it, we'll just go back to Billy's house? Because they didn't...
He hooked me up last time, it'll be cool.
And these people are entitled. They always been. Everything was always given or done for them. So then they never
minimal effort.
Yeah. And then they come over with their wife and 3 kids and don't help out. They don't help clean. They don't help gather.
Yeah, and sanitation is going to be a big issue.
Yeah, they don't want to dump the bucket or burn in the burn pile or whatever your plans are.
Yeah.
They don't want to contribute.
They make too much freaking noise.
Yeah, they just want to whine and complain because they're sniveling teenagers, and the wife is all uppity and she need to go get her hair and nails done, and that's all she can do, and whine and complain about everything. And it's like, okay, girl, they're out of here. That only lasted 3 months, but they still didn't learn anything, because if it happens again, they're coming right back to your door.
Neither willing nor able to contribute in any way. And that's something a lot of people are going to be facing, because I understand that you feel like it's like, oh God, it's my mom, or it's my sister, I gotta help them. But you've got to weigh that option for yourself. Like I said, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you to put your mom out in the street. I can't tell you to throw your dad out, or your brother or sister or whoever. Your niece and nephew from like the next town over show up. Mom and dad didn't make it. Can you help us? And you've got a decision to make, and that you have to make your own moral and ethical judgment on the spot. But be willing to make that judgment, because it's easy enough to say one thing now, but as I've said plenty of times, and some of you older veterans get it, it's different when you're in the shit. There's an old expression. It's a lot different when you're in the shit. You can train and train and train and prepare and have all these ideas, and then when the bullets start flying, it completely changes. It all goes out the window until you adjust. And so it's easy enough to say it now, but now is when you need to start thinking about it.
Yeah.
Now is the time. Prepare your mindset as well as your stocks, your provisions, your training. There's a mindset that goes with that too. And that's part of it, and that's something that needs to be considered. Are you prepared for the idea of dealing with family, friends, and neighbors? Are you of the mindset that you're going to have to put them out or hand pick specific people if it comes to that? Are you going to do triage with your family, friends, and neighbors and say, okay, yes, no, and how far are you willing to take that?
Yeah.
Because that takes a lot to run somebody off. Remember, they may still come back anyway.
Yeah.
And they may come back with some Molotov cocktails. You don't know what you may be facing. But it's like I said, it's a lot to consider, and that's primarily what it is we try to do here, is just get people thinking about it. Get people thinking about these different scenarios before the scenarios actually manifest themselves into reality. So I don't know. Any other thoughts on the subject?
Nope.
If you have any suggestions or thoughts or ideas, feel free to post your thoughts in the comment section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up, easiest way to show your appreciation for the effort. Share it if you can, probably the only way it'll get seen. The overlords at ScrewTube do not like me. Subscribe if you're new, check out some of the other videos, you may find something you like. If you wanted to help the channel out, there are links for that down below. Every little bit helps and I sure do appreciate it. And I'll remind you also, if you use PayPal, friends and family, because if you don't, they charge taxes and fees because they think I'm selling something. If you are curious about the random animals, cat and or dog images that I put up, they're pictures that we take of strays that we help out, and it actually helps with the uploading algorithm. So if that's it, then what more can I say but stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.